good evening to Shazia Rohanji, Dr. Rajkumar, and everyone. I think it's not easy to follow such illustrious speakers who made really passionate remarks, and also not a great idea to be in between the event and dinner. So I'll try to keep my remarks brief. I must be honest, I had no idea about Chappakaraman Pillai or the history of Jai Hind. I mean, while Vande Mataram and Bankim Chandra Chatterjee is, the origin is well known. I mean, I'm really stunned that I never thought who coined Jai Hind. I mean, thank you for, bringing it to all our awareness and consciousness. The idea of unsung heroes, I think, is a very, very important idea. And if you look at Prime Minister Modi ji's efforts in the last few years, I think he's made a very conscious effort to bring to light unsung heroes. In fact, the book that you were very kind to mention on Mann Ki Baat, an entire chapter is dedicated to how he has used unsung heroes and their stories to inspire societal change through Mann Ki Baat. In fact, during my research, so I was trying to categorize all the various things he spoke about in Mann Ki Baat. And one category was all these heroes and icons. And my count was more than 120 heroes that he spoke about through Mann Ki Baat in different contexts. And if you look at Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the entire planning was around how to bring to light heroes from every corner of India that we barely know about. Be it tribal heroes, be it freedom fighters who fought in India, freedom fighters who fought outside India, and to make sure every part of India gets its due. Because I think that could perhaps be a reason why we don't know much about Jai Hind, right? That not every part of India has been given its due in the way our history has been recorded. Also, I thought it was very interesting. You brought this point about the ashes being returned. I know one other hero, again revolutionary, whose ashes were not repatriated for a long time. And finally, Modi ji, when he was chief minister in 2003, got Shyamji Krishna Varma's ashes. So I think it's a very sad thing that our own heroes have not been given their due place in India. And again, thanks for this great effort to bring all of this to light. And I hope it inspires change, and definitely it makes for a good OTT script. So, so let's hope there is a show made on this. In fact, recently I was asked to release another book on Rash Bihari Bose. And I had, again, very interesting narrative and story. And so all these revolutionaries who took a different path, I think that's very important, I think. The first speaker made that point, that, we only read about Gandhiji and the Congress movement and, non-violence and so on. We've not studied as much the other path. Those who took the revolutionary path and who thought there was a different way to achieve independence. Of course, their efforts were not as successful, but definitely there are lessons to be learned. And many instances of inspiration, I think, that we can draw from these stories. So I think it's a great effort in that sense. Also, I'm seeing a very interesting trend of book writing. I think we are perhaps entering the golden age of book writing in India, that so many professionals who otherwise, people like you, me, wouldn't have, taken up writing, have started to write on topics which go beyond our professional domains. I think that's very important and interesting because that's in the process, more books are being written, more subjects are being brought to light. And I think it also helps correct this narrative, which otherwise was, set and dominated by a certain school of thought. So once again, congratulations on this book, and great effort, and thanks for inviting. Thank you.